Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and I just want to say before we jump into this video, I hope everybody is having a great Friday so far. It is currently about 2:16 a.m. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling awake. Probably will be going to bed around, like, I don't know, 7 a.m. or something like that. I gotta see, but I'm feeling good. I hope everybody else is feeling good. If you guys aren't, well, I hope that you do soon. But with that being said, let's talk about some interesting things regarding XRP and Ripple. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So this is a commercial. Now, this is from today, obviously, but this is a commercial for one of Ripple's, pretty much partnerships. Now, let's look at it.
He's got it. I've got it!
Let's get it.
เราได้แล้ว
Nào cô này nè.
อาจารย์เก็บขึ้นนะ
So, when we talk about this, right, this is obviously on RippleNet. Now, again, a lot of people will say, yeah, it's on RippleNet, so it doesn't mean that's built on XRP, whatever, whatever. So I just want to say, when we talk about this, I've talked about this correlation multiple times before, where basically the idea that, anybody who's utilizing RippleNet doesn't have to use XRP. Now, when we talk about that, I already said, yes, technically, they don't need to use XRP if they were sending money from Bank A to Bank B, and it is in the same jurisdiction. So say for so, my friend Tom lives out in California, and I live in Pennsylvania, and I want to transfer him money on RippleNet. I won't have to utilize XRP. But if, say for so, my friend John lives over in, Australia, and I want to send, money to John from my bank to his bank, well, I would have to utilize XRP, because what would end up happening would be my US dollar would be transferred and converted utilizing XRP into the Australian dollar in an instance of 3 to 5 seconds, utilizing that small, pretty much fraction of a cent fee. And it will be settled in 3 to 5 seconds, of course. So, that is how XRP will be utilized on the RippleNet. Now, of course, there's a ton of payments from businesses, from personal payments and stuff like that, that run daily from the United States to other, countries and stuff like that. So, yes, XRP will be utilized on a massive scale globally, and a ton of things will run on RippleNet. That's why when we even look back here, it's showing us all the banks. We even see Azimo, Santander, MoneyGram, etc., which I thought it was funny to see MoneyGram again back in this, just because, this is from today, obviously, well, yesterday. So I thought that was very, interesting to actually kind of see. But that is why when we talk about RippleNet, and a lot of people will say, well, it's not going to utilize XRP. It is going to utilize XRP. So, on to the next thing. So, we got breaking news. Hong Kong customs authorities have arrested 4 individuals in connection with a suspected $155 million money laundering scheme. Oh, wow. Look at that. Using the cryptocurrency Tether. Didn't I just do a video on Tether and how it is utilized in scam ways? Now, listen. I'm not saying this is on Tether's, this is Tether's fault that it's utilized this way, because we could kind of say the same thing about Bitcoin in its early days for, the dark web purchases, for, drugs and all that kind of stuff. But this is funny, because this kind of goes back to my boiling point with Tether on how they need to regulate it. And the problem with that is the fact that, there's only been one case with the SEC with Tether, because I even know do-it-yourself investing DIY pretty much quoted my tweet, then he deleted it, which I thought was weird, but it was my tweet talking about how Tether's going to implode and Bitcoin's pretty much going to fall off of its high horse at the number 1 because of this. But he basically quoted it as saying, everybody's an idiot that thinks Tether is a scam. They basically settled with the SEC. They only settled with the SEC in regards to New York specifically, and it wasn't really anything regarding, pretty much its volume that's inflowing scam in a scam way. It's like pretty much all corruption, if you will, because what they're utilizing is Tether volume. That's not exactly real money. So what they're doing is printing Tether, investing it into Bitcoin for a 20% profit take. They take that 20% profit point, they pocket the 20% profit point, then they put the Tether back in the ecosystem for individuals to basically utilize USDT to buy other assets. So Tether in itself is a scam. And I've talked about this multiple times. A lot of people talked about it. Tether has been debunked as being a scam stablecoin. Now, listen, who knows what's actually going to happen with Tether? I'm not going to say that tomorrow it's going to disappear off the face of the earth. It's going to be in scrutiny with the SEC. It's going to get delisted. It's going to get banned, whatever. I'm just saying there is a lot of bad things regarding Tether, and this is definitely a big one of them. This is a big piece of the puzzle, if you will, talking about why Tether should basically be regulated. This also is talking about anti-money laundering in crypto as well, but they were basically arrested and caught. So this is pretty interesting to really kind of see. But we do even see here a lot of people saying, so Crypto Whale been preaching that Tether is scammy, but people still won't listen to him. Yeah, people will still ignore the facts. They'll say that Tether isn't a scam, but honestly, I think it is. But that's just my opinion. Now, I did want to talk to you guys a little bit about this, right? I'm from Pennsylvania myself. I already kind of mentioned this, but we do see here nuclear-powered crypto mining to begin in Pennsylvania next year. Now, when I seen this, this was actually in Allentown that they're doing this. Allentown's very close to me. I personally don't like this. I agree with this user, right? I hate the future. We should not be utilizing nuclear power for crypto mining because Bitcoin utilizes so much energy. We shouldn't be looking at sources like that. We should be looking at green crypto. We should be looking at XRP. We should be looking at HBAR. These assets that don't need this massive amount of power to mine it. We need green crypto that doesn't need to be mined, that's doing incredible things for scalability options, for low-cost fees, for helping these banking systems and financial branches really kind of grow and scale at massive rates. We don't need Bitcoin crypto mining in nuclear-powered plants. I don't like the idea. I really don't. I understand breaking down the energy sources and pretty much decarbonizing it. It doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense to anybody realistically if you think about it. Why we would need this for Bitcoin? Obviously, if Bitcoin is utilizing this much power and this much energy and it's not a green asset, we should honestly not adopt it into any system that needs to scale it at this massive rate for nuclear-powered crypto mining. The volcano mining in El Salvador was also absolutely ridiculous. I mean, listen, obviously, if a cryptocurrency needs all this massive, crazy things, it's just not worth it. It's really not. But let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. I'm very against this, in my opinion. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about a couple other things. So we want to talk about this new Ripple partner. Brack Bank's 2020 annual report notes they are planning to launch a blockchain-based remittance gateway in partnership with Ripple. They are in Bangladesh. They were formed to reach the unbanked, focusing on SMEs. And they are launching a blockchain-based remittance payment platform or gateway in partnership with Ripple. And we do see here the recent notice of their partnership with 5 additional remittance codes or companies relays on a recent Ripple partnership notice as well. Now, I think that this is great. I think that this is awesome. We do see here the partner Bcash is a subsidiary of Brack Bank. Bcash was started in 2011 and seems a different project than a Brack Ripple partnership. Bcash seems specifically mobile wallet based. Then we also see here, note 2, that Brack has been working with the Gates Foundation for microfinance in Bangladesh. And then we also see Ripple Insight as well. This is from ripple.com overall. I think that this is great. I've been talking about this Remnant's payment gateway as well. I think that this is huge. I think that this is a huge inclusion-based idea as well. That's why they're talking about the unbanked. That's why CBDCs are a big thing now as well. So I think that this is great nonetheless. Now, I do have one. I actually have two more. We're going to do this one first. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this joke. This is talking about Hinman. I thought this was funny. Shout out to Gary and Frecky. I thought this was great. I mean, this is just a joke, but obviously this is great. And then we also have this one of Jay Clayton. So I thought that was funny to really include. But I also want to talk to you guys about this. It says, regulations and congressional authorization in the horizon. Buckle up. Things are heating up.
On a central bank digital currency. During your testimony yesterday, I sensed what I wasn't sure but thought might be a change in your tone about the virtues of a central bank digital currency being issued by the Fed. One of the things you said yesterday is that one of the stronger arguments in favor of a CBDC is that, quote, you wouldn't need stable coins, you wouldn't need cryptocurrencies if you had a digital U.S. currency. Of course, isn't the reverse also true? If you have stable coins, cryptocurrencies in use, then maybe there's no need for a central bank digital currency. I guess my 2 points. One is it's my view that the development of a central bank digital currency by the Fed would require congressional authorization. I'm wondering if you share that view. And secondly, it is still not clear to me what problem a central bank digital currency would solve. And I wonder if you think there are problems that only a central bank digital currency can solve.
First, I'm legitimately undecided on whether the benefits outweigh the costs or vice versa on a CBDC. Yesterday I was answering a direct question about a particular argument. I said in favor, that would be one of the stronger arguments. I would agree that the more direct route would be to appropriately regulate stablecoins, which we don't do right now, and that's going to be a very important thing that we do. So in terms of congressional authorization, there are different views on that. I've said publicly, and I think this is right, that we would want very broad support in society and in Congress, and ideally that would take the form of authorizing legislation as opposed to a very careful reading of ambiguous law to support this. It's a very, very important initiative, and I do think we should ideally get authorization. In terms of what the problem is to solve, I think that is exactly the right question, and I think our obligation is to explore both the technology and the policy issues over the next couple of years. That's what we're going to do so that we're in a position to make an informed recommendation. But my mind is open on this, and I honestly don't have a preconceived answer to these questions.
So isn't that funny that he doesn't actually have an answer for those questions? It's realistically, it's simple. You need a DOT. You need XRP. You need an asset like XRP at least to utilize these CBDCs. It's simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. You really don't. For them to utilize a CBDC efficiently, they need a DOT or a private ledger technology at least to utilize CBDCs efficiently. It's just that simple. Buckle up, guys. Seriously, things are heating up, as Notorious XRP is saying here. They truly are. Things are happening at a rapid pace. Some will say X-rapid pace. All right, that was a terrible joke, but seriously, no. Things are actually happening at a rapid pace. A lot of people are not focused up. Focus up, guys. I'm telling you, this is the biggest transfer of wealth we've ever seen in the history of finance. So with that being said, guys, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys can always follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. You guys can also join the free Discord down in the description below. Hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.